Okay, so if you've been anywhere near social media or a health store lately, you've probably heard about Shilajit. It is absolutely everywhere, right? Everyone seems to be talking about it. So let's get into it and figure out what's real and what's just hype when it comes to Shilajit and collagen.
But here's the million-dollar question we're going to tackle. Does this, well, sticky black goo actually help your body make more collagen? Or is this just another wellness trend that's going to fade away? Before we can even answer that, we've got to get on the same page. So let's back up for a second and start with the basics. What in the world is Shilajit?
It's basically super old plant material that's been decomposing for centuries, literally getting squished between rocks and mountains like the Himalayas. For thousands of years, it's been a staple in traditional Indian and Nepalese medicine, where they call it the destroyer of weakness. That's a pretty intense name for something that looks like road tar.
So, what's actually in this stuff? Well, the star of the show is something called fulvic acid, which is amazing at helping your body absorb nutrients. And on top of that, it's just loaded with minerals your body needs to make collagen. I'm talking about zinc, copper, magnesium. These are the literal building blocks your body is looking for.
All right, let's get to the main event. Does Shilajit really kickstart your body's collagen factory? Let's take a look at what the science has to say.
Well, based on the research we have so far, the answer seems to be yeah. There was one study where people took 1,000 milligrams a day for 8 weeks, and get this, the markers for type 1 collagen production in their bodies more than doubled. That is a huge, huge number.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? We have to be realistic here. This was just one study, and it was a small one, only 35 people, and they were all young men. So while the results are super promising, it's definitely not the final say on the matter.
So if it does work, how is it actually doing it? I mean, Shilajit isn't some magic wand that creates collagen out of thin air. It's more like it's giving your body a better set of tools for a job it's already trying to do. Let's break down the three main ways it helps. First, that fulvic acid we talked about. Think of it like a delivery truck, making sure minerals like zinc and copper get right to your cells where they're needed to build collagen. Second, it's a great antioxidant, which means it fights off damage from things called free radicals that can break down your existing collagen. And third, it gives a boost to the tiny power plants inside your cells, your mitochondria, which gives your whole system more energy for building and repairing. Okay, so what does more collagen actually do for you? Well, for your skin, it could mean better elasticity, maybe fewer fine lines. For your joints, it's kind of like adding extra cushioning, which could mean more flexibility. And it might even help you grow stronger hair and nails that don't chip so easily. All right, now for the part of the conversation that a lot of people skip over, but it is absolutely essential. We need to have a little reality check before you even think about trying this. I really want you to pay attention to this. One study found that some processed Shilajit supplements actually had higher levels of toxic heavy metals than the raw stuff. This is exactly why the quality of the product you buy isn't just important, it's everything. So here are the three big warnings to keep in mind. First, quality is all over the map from brand to brand. Second, your results are going to be different from someone else's. Your genes, your diet, your lifestyle, they all matter. And third, please know this is not an overnight fix. Remember that study? It took 8 weeks. You have to be patient. So, after all of that, what's the verdict? We've waded through the hype, we've looked at the science, now let's put it all together into some clear, practical advice. If you do decide you want to try it, please do it safely. Start with a pretty low dose, maybe 300 to 500 milligrams a day, and this is the most important part. Only buy from brands that can show you third-party testing certificates. If they can't prove what's in it, just don't buy it. Give it at least 2 months to see if it works for you, and make sure you're pairing it with other good habits. It's a supplement, not a substitute for a healthy lifestyle. So here's the bottom line. Is Shilajit some kind of miracle cure that's going to make you look 20 again? No. The science suggests it can be a helpful support, but that's what it is, a support. You should think of it as just one tool in a much bigger wellness toolkit. And that kind of leaves us with the final question, doesn't it? Is this a genuinely useful wellness tool, or is it just another passing trend? Based on what we've looked at, it seems like it has real potential, but only if you use it the right way and keep your expectations realistic. Ultimately, the choice is up to you.